Hey, I think we are live. This is John Young with the Disc Jockey News. We are here in Las Vegas at Wedding MBA. And Wedding MBA is actually happening back there in the South Hall. And we just basically completed day one. There's still one more seminar going on. That's kind of an end of the day seminar. It really wasn't meant for the DJ community. And to tell you what, I've been in that room all day today. And my keister's a little bit on the tender side after sitting on that all day. Padded chairs. Should have brought one of my bleacher seat chairs. So, you guys have been hearing a lot about Vegas this week so far, or for the last 12 to 14, 16 hours, whatever it was. Last evening, as you all know of the shooting and things, Lori and I came into town and we ended up literally traveling right past that area, probably about 10 minutes before it happened. So we came right past that area, maybe 15 minutes, and then we came up and were dropped off at the hotel. And that's exactly when everything was happening. So it was kind of a scary night last night. Granted, we were safe up here on this end of the strip, but it's just interesting how something like that goes on, and the way Vegas is basically just continues on. The locals here, it's surprising. A lot of the locals, it's another day we're going forward. I think a lot of the visitors or the transplants to the area were much more upset about it than some of the local folks here. Wow. Anyway, let's get back to Wedding MBA, which of course is the one of the largest DJ wedding photographer, the whole gamut. They're all here, and they're back still. Well, I guess most of them are probably left by now. There's still some stuff going on, but you've got all sorts of walks of life when it comes to the wedding industry. I was talking to photographers today, some florists, stylists and beauticians and such. They're all here, and there's classes. I mean, there were times today where there were 6 or 8 classes going on at the same time, and the rooms are in different sizes. So some of the rooms, like the one that the DJ track is in, had seating for, gosh, maybe 500, 600 people, which makes that room fully, when it's full, is one of the biggest. Hey Mark, thanks for joining me. Makes it one of the biggest rooms of any convention. Much more people. The first seminar this morning it started at 1 o'clock Vegas time. The first one was Mike Walter, and he was up there doing his music history, which, if you guys are interested, if you're ever going to be training DJs, even as a single op, if you have children and you're going to be training them, you need to do yourself a favor and buy that music training. Go to djmikewalter.com. You need to go out and buy that. I've watched that seminar twice. I ended up getting the training today, because I've got 2 boys who are going to be interested, and I have a daughter and more boys coming yet. And if when they get to the point that they're like, hey, you know what, I want to do this DJ thing, I've got this training, and Mike has done this work for the music, and I can just basically plug and play to a point. I could sit down with them and have Mike do the teaching, and then I can do a little fill in and such for our regional differences. It's going to be a great investment for their potential music knowledge. So you guys can check that out again. It's not a cheap investment. I'll give you that, but it's going to be an investment that will be with you, and it should pay off, especially if you have children and you're going to want to get into it, or if you're going to go multi and you want to get training them. And this is a great resource for that. Second session was Stacy Nichols, who does some writing and such with the Mobile Beat website and blog. Stacy was talking about Pinterest, and I'm walking back to the hotel right now, so sorry if this is bothering or weird. Stacy was talking about Pinterest, and she had some really neat things, because I don't do that much with Pinterest, and I'm going to change that when I get back home. Had some neat ideas with Pinterest, so I was really excited about that to go there. And then she talked about, hey, how you doing? Kristen right there, for those of you, if you've seen her on the show a couple of times, we'll have to catch up with her more. Kristen Cole right there walking by. So Pinterest, I'm going to definitely be utilizing that more as we go forward and such, in the combination with the DJ, and probably even with the disc jockey news. I got to think about that angle, but certainly with my DJ business, she had some neat ideas and such, and I want to implement that. Let's see, after that, then Casey, of course, our KC from the Disc Jockey News, jumped up on stage, and he was talking about bridal show, and some ideas with doing bridal shows and things that he could do you can do to make it a more effective experience, and to really decide if it's something for you or not. Great presentation. I really enjoyed that. I mean, we've had some good presentations today, don't get me wrong, they've all been good, but Casey did a wonderful job up there. Then finally, we wrapped it up with a mixology, talking about music mixing and going and doing the whole performing like at your weddings, but to do some club type mixing involved with that, which is a little bit higher end than a lot of the things that a lot of us do, or push play and fade out between songs. He's actually doing some mashups, some live mashups and different things. So it was really kind of a cool experience. So anyway, that was today. Tonight we're going to go and kind of veg a little bit, because tomorrow morning starts at 8 in the morning, if you can believe that. A seminar starting at 8 in the morning in Las Vegas. Alan Berg, of all people, is going to be on at 8 tomorrow morning. So we're going to be back over here at 8, then at 9 o'clock Ron Ruth is on, and there's going to be just a full day of different things. It's going to be a great time. Lori went and hit a bunch of seminars that I didn't hit, so now we're going to go back and kind of veg and debrief a little bit, so I get to find out what she heard today and really kind of make this an educational trip. I've got some notes and things that we're going to share in our future videos that are things that are going to help a lot of you, but there's some things that we're going to be picking up that are just not something that we can share, because it's something that you have to be there to experience and really get the idea on your own of how this will implement into your business. One cool little thing Scott Faber did, catching the attention of the crowd, because Scott Faber and Dr. Drax are kind of doing some emceeing and such in the DJ room. He did a really kind of neat thing with that today, and Scott is a great entertainer performer, so it was kind of fun to see him again. And a lot of DJs here, so I'm seeing a lot of friends and things, and that's why I go to these things. It's that kind of that family reunion thing. So anyway, seeing our connection's getting poor, so I'm going to wrap things up here. So again, thank you for watching. Tonight at 10 o'clock Eastern, MJ and the crew are going to be going on. I'm going to try to bounce in if I possibly can. And that should be going on, 10 o'clock Eastern, 7 o'clock out here. Isn't it 7? I don't know. We'll figure that out. Anyway, have yourself a wonderful evening. This is John Young with the Disc Jockey News and Disc Jockey News TV here at Wedding MBA in Las Vegas. One last thing, by the way. All that happened just right about four and a half miles from here, just to the south and a little bit to the west, so if you were wondering. Anyway, we'll catch you later. Bye-bye.